Okay, now we're going to find percent composition if we know the empirical formula. So on your worksheet, you are given the name and not the empirical formula. So you're expected to use your oxidation numbers and the crisscross method to write the empirical formula. We actually did this on our previous worksheet. So you can find the formula for ammonium sulfite on your worksheet and put that in here. That was NH4,2SO3. So this is our empirical formula we're going to work with. And what we're going to do is count each element and how many there are and multiply it by the mass we find on the periodic table. So we're finding the molar mass of each element first, and those will be our parts. Because remember, percent composition is always part over a whole times 100. Okay, so our parts are going to be the molar masses. Of the individuals. And then the whole is the sum of all of the molar masses. Okay, so let's find the molar mass of nitrogen. We see here that we have nitrogen times 2, so there's 2 nitrogens. So we're going to do 2 nitrogens. And we got to multiply that by the molar mass of nitrogen. So we're going to look that up really quick. Nitrogen has a mass of 14. So it's 2 times 14 equals 28. That's our part nitrogen. Let's put the nitrogen over here so we can clarify that. Now let's find our part hydrogen. Our part hydrogen is 4 hydrogens times 2, so that's 8 hydrogen, times the mass of hydrogen, which if I look it up, it's going to be 1. I remember that one. 1 is the molar mass of hydrogen, and we've got 8 of them, so 8 times 1 equals 8, so that's our hydrogen part. And now let's look up sulfur and see how many we have. Sulfur, we've got 1 sulfur, and we just have 1 sulfur. And we look up it on the periodic table. Sulfur has a mass of 32. So we have 1 times 32 for sulfur. We have 1 of them, and it's times 32. So that's 32 parts for the sulfur. And then we're going to look up the part for oxygen. Oxygen, there's 3. 3 times the molar mass of oxygen, which is 16, but we'll look it up here. 16. 3 times 16. 16 is 32 plus another 16, 8, 48. Okay. All right, so those are all of our parts. Our whole is going to be the sum of them all. So we're going to add those up. 28 plus, we're going to add those up. 28 plus 8 plus 32 plus 48. Okay, 28, 8, 32, 48. 28 plus 8 plus 32 plus 48. 116. So our whole is 116. Okay, now we're going to do the division. So nitrogen's part is going to be 28 is the part divided by the whole of 116. And then we'll multiply that by 100. 28 divided by 116. 24%. Is 0.24, but times 100 would be 24%. Then the hydrogen will be 8 over 116 times 100. 8 divided by 116. 8 divided by 116 times 100. Whoa, I did something wrong. 8 divided by 116 times 100. 6.9%. Let's round that to 7%. And sulfur is going to be 32 out of 116. That is a 2. Times 100. 27.6. We'll see if we can round that up in a little bit. And then oxygen will be 48 out of 116. Times 100. 41.4. Okay, so that's approximately the right answers. We can check it to see if it adds up to 100, but that's a general way on solving that.